stupidly quick. It's stupidly silent. It's unbelievably incredible that we have one circling around our atmosphere. So if you haven't guessed it by now, we are talking about Tesla, on how it came to be to this very day. Covering the evolution of vehicles that led Tesla achieve these milestones. But before I get started, I highly advise you to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any more future evolutions videos. Click up here to watch our previous evolution video that we made about the iPhone. Now, Tesla journey began back in 2003 with the two original co-founders of Tesla, Martin Eberhard and
Mark Tarpenning,
after they successfully created and sold their stake on the first ever e-reader a few years back. Martin at this time barely finished a divorce, and like any single millionaire would do, is go out shopping for an expensive exotic. But then this is when Martin noticed a trend. The more powerful the car got, the worse MPG you'll get. It was at this point when a light bulb went off in his head. Mark, we need to cook an electric car. Honestly, I think that would have been a lot cooler than what actually happened. He brought up this idea to Mark after a game of Magic the Gathering. Now at this point, like any good company, it now needed a name. So Martin took his now wife to the Blue Bayou at Disneyland Resort and were brainstorming on what to name the said company. They didn't want to have the name Eco or something tech in it because this felt like this would just attract hippies or hipsters, and this company needed to attract the general audience. Then the name Tesla came in mind after the famous Nikola Tesla himself. Although they have zero family relationships with Mr. Tesla, the name Tesla Motors was extremely catchy, and besides, it's using freaking electricity. It very well suited it. So in July of 2003, the name became official with all the legal licenses. And now our two duos had to come up with a way to make this car into a reality. So inspired by an electric sport car at that time, the T0 was the first and only electric car that was able to achieve a 0 to 60 time in under 4 seconds. This yellow banana on wheels helped design and engineer Tesla's first car. And as soon after 2005, Tesla then visited the Los Angeles Auto Show and met with a rep from Lotus on an agreement to have an order of 2,400 Lotus chassis to be used for the soon-to-be Tesla two-seater coupe. It was at this point when Tesla started reaching out for investors. This is where our boy Elon Musk comes in. What was supposed to be a 30-minute pitch turned into a 3-hour conversation. Elon Musk became so passionate on the idea of creating an entire new kind of vehicle. So he invested and became Tesla's new chairman and joined the board of directors. But Elon Musk's involvement wasn't just investing money. No, he was full hands-on, especially when it came to designing it with the Lotus chassis. Then in 2006, the Tesla Roadster was finally unveiled. Both Elon and Martin spoke at the event, but it was Martin who made the biggest impression in the media. Even though it was Elon who earned Tesla the Environmental Leadership Award from Global Green, Martin just left the media in believing that Elon was still just a chairman investor. So this led to some drama between the two. Then the following year, Elon has invested a total of $70 million into Tesla, and this led to a chain reaction of other investors soon to follow. Like even Google's own CEO invested some into Tesla. But then a board meeting took place which excluded our two duos from attending, and in that board meeting they made the decision to have Martin redesigned from CEO position and given that to Elon Musk. Sound familiar? And soon after,
Mark Tarpenning
chose to redesign once Martin Eberhard left. Then in 2008, the Tesla Roadster was finally in production and was going into the hands of its owners. Then by January 2009, Tesla has raised $187 million and delivered 147 cars. It was then this Tesla vehicle that made Tesla go public in 2010, right behind the Ford Motor Company back in 1956. To give you an idea how rare it is for an American automotive company to succeed, this car was the first electric car that was able to achieve a range of 244 miles, with an impressive 0-60 time of 3.7 seconds. It was solely just using AC motor technology, and the cost for one of these basic models was $109,000. Tesla was so proud that they made a mistake by sending one of these cars to Top Gear BBC to review debut it in their TV series. But when Tesla dropped off the car, one of the employees saw the script, and in that script, it was written that the car was going to break down during its review. And as soon as that episode aired, it led to some confusion with investors for future opportunities ever since that episode aired. Investors were losing interest in investing in Tesla, so Tesla filed a lawsuit. Link to more about this case will be in the video description down below. But productions for the Roadster ended in 2011 after Tesla unveiled the next vehicle in 2009, the Model S. And at this time, this was the best looking electric car compared to other four-door sedans during this time. It was the most aero-efficient car on the market, safest sedan of its class. It fitted 7 people comfortably. It had a low center of gravity. The Model S productions started in 2012 and was delivered to customers in June. The base model for the Model S was at $105,000 and could travel 265 miles in a single charge. The car was able to accelerate at a 3.9 seconds 0 to 60 time, but then 2 years later, in 2014, Tesla held a D event, with many D puns later by Mr. Musk. A new drivetrain became available for the Model S. Hint the name D, which stood for dual motors, which was basically a quicker all-wheel drive system that gave the Model S a quicker acceleration time, now able to achieve 0-60 at 3.2 seconds, a higher top speed, and also made it more efficient, increasing the range. This was also the first time when Tesla introduced a few new features. It had 3 different drive modes: normal, sport, and insane. It was the first time we ever seen autopilot hardware in a production vehicle. And it was the first car that was able to park itself without having a driver behind the wheel. Skynet! Then in 2015, the Model X was finally in production after a year delay. This was Tesla's first crossover SUV with the same dual drive system, but this one was launched with a few more updates. It was this one that introduced us to Ludicrous mode, which led this vehicle to go 0-60 at 2.9 seconds. That's a 2 millisecond difference between a Lamborghini Aventador. And this thing was able to achieve a 289 mile range on a full charge. It was the first SUV to ever get a 5-star safety rating on every category. Take that, Volvo. And with these badass looking functioning Falcon doors, it made getting in and out of a car in those tight situations really quick. No more door names, right? Oh, and did I mention this thing has a bio defense mode? So if the air on the outside of the vehicle becomes unbreathable, you can simply press a button and it will purify the air inside the cabinet. And just like Halo, this thing has Easter eggs. But for $73,000 for just a base Model X, it wasn't quite an affordable car. Enter the Model 3. At a starting price of $35,000, this was Tesla's most affordable vehicle ever, and was a fine achievement on what Elon Musk was trying to go for in creating the best affordable electric vehicle. It came equipped with the standard autopilot hardware. You just gotta pay for the software to unlock its features. That's where they get you. It could seat 5 adults and has a range of 220 miles or up to 310. Varies of course on what battery option you get. Then in 2016, within the first week of its unveiled, it already went ahead and reserved a total of 325,000 cars. To give you a better idea of how ridiculous that number is, the 2017 Toyota Corolla that year only sold 204,000 cars. So reservations or not, that's an insane order number. No wonder the Model 3 has been experiencing some production delays. But in July 2017, production for the Model 3 was finally being delivered. And thinking about it, no wonder there's the delay. There's only a certain amount of cars they're able to produce in a week. And this is causing Elon Musk to literally sleep on the job. Like, the man's literally overworking himself. He sleeps in his factory. And then in the beginning of June 2016, the Tesla Model S got a new refresh update. The exterior got these new adapted headlights which look really dope. No longer has the blacked out grille, and interior and hardware got an upgrade. Now has support for Ludicrous mode, as if that car wasn't fast enough. It also got faster fast charging support, more interior options. Oh, and did I mention it has more Easter eggs? Then finally in 2017, Tesla unveiled a fleet of new vehicles for the Tesla lineup. A new Tesla Semi that is called Semi. Yeah, that's the model name. Out of all the names they chose, they show semi. Well, it has an impressive 0 to 60 time of 5 seconds, and under load is able to achieve 0 to 60 in 20 seconds. It's able to travel 500 miles in a single charge, and will take 30 minutes to charge to give you another 400 miles of distance. This thing is so aero efficient, it's like a rocket traveling through space. It's equipped with autopilot hardware and has a windshield so tough that it could even survive a nuclear blast. And by the end of this presentation, Elon Musk pulled a Steve Jobs on unleashing the new reborn Tesla Roadster, beating so many incredible records, claiming to reach a top speed of 200+ miles per hour, with an impressive 0 to 60 time of 1.9 seconds and 0 to 100 in 4.2, as well as having an incredible single charge range of 620 miles. Hypercars that come close to these performance numbers can't even reach this amount of range with a full tank of gas. And now, knowing that an electric car that costs a quarter of the cost of a Bugatti Veyron, and it's beating it in range and performance, is just insane. And get this, these numbers are coming from the base Roadster that will be available in hopefully 2020. But that's about wraps up this video. That is how Tesla evolved and came to be to this very day. If I missed something, if I got something wrong, feel free to comment down below. Keep an eye on the video description for those corrections. So tell me, are you liking your Tesla? If you have one, do you want to get one? Or is there another vehicle that you prefer? And if you learned something new, make sure to smash that like button. Me personally, I had no idea Elon Musk wasn't the original co-founder of Tesla. Also, make sure to hit that little iCard up there to vote for the next evolution video, or if you have a suggestion for a future topic, comment down below. And if you're liking these evolution series, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next one. I try posting one by the end of each month. So make sure you are subscribed, but until next time, peace!